Hello students, I welcome all of you students to my class. I guess everybody is ready with your notebooks and pens. Today let us discuss about triangles. So we all know that children, triangle is a three-sided polygon which has three vertices, three angles and three sides. And we also know children different types of triangles. From right angle triangle we know how to find the third side of it when two sides are given. Today let us make a relation between angles and sides of a triangle which deals with our today's topic, trigonometry. Children, first of all, why this trigonometry was invented? Yes, for astronomy purpose, to find the distance between stars, planets, etc. This trigonometry was invented by the Greeks. Okay children, so trigonometry was firstly invented by a great astronomer, geographer and mathematician named Hipparchus. And he was also known as father of trigonometry. Now this trigonometry word is derived from two Greek words called trigonon and metron. What do you mean by trigonon children? Trigonon means triangle and metron means measurement. So trigonometry is the study of science that deals with the measurement of triangles. It has a great use in finding the areas, heights and distances, etc. Now children, let us see what are the real life applications of trigonometry. So let us see the first slide children. Yes, if you see this slide children, what do we observe? Here the observer is standing at some distance from the bottom of the tree or bottom of the building or bottom of the tower or any monument if you take children, and he is making an angle of elevation of some angle. Then we need to find out the height of the building or height of the tree or any monument we can find by using our trigonometric ratios. Okay children, so this is the first application I am showing. Now if you go for second application children, if you take in navigation, it is used to find the distance of the shore from a point in the sea, and not only this, even to set the directions as north, east, west and south. In that way also it is useful children. And if you go for oceanography, we will use to find the height of the tides in the oceans. Now next example, if you see children, trigonometry applications in music theory. How it is useful in music theory? In music theory also children, it is used to measure the pitch of a musical note. Okay, pitch of a musical note, and whatever the sound we hear daily children, they are also transformed into sound waves and they are bent at different angles children. So they are bent at different angles so that we can hear the song in a smooth way. So see how many applications are there in our real life. Now next slide children, if you take in medical field, here also trigonometry is used to take the images of CT scans, ultrasound scans and even X-rays, and not only that children, even to make the medical equipment of different sizes, these angles are used children. So we can give many other applications children, afterwards we will discuss. Now let us come back to our topic. Now what I am doing means, let us draw a circle on the coordinate axis of some radius r. Okay children, now here this point we know the meeting point of x axis and y axis is nothing but origin, and here I am naming this point as P. Now if you extend a perpendicular on x axis, here this point is M and this PM distance is nothing but y and OM distance is nothing but x. So here we can define 6 trigonometric ratios children as sin theta equal to, we know from Pythagoras theorem that sin theta is nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse, that is y by r. Cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is x by r. and tan theta equal to opposite side by adjacent, or we can define sine by cos, that is y by x, and cot theta equal to reciprocal of tan, and cosecant theta is reciprocal of sine, that is r by y, and secant theta is reciprocal of cos, r by x. So, in this way we can define 6 trigonometric ratios from Pythagoras theorem. Now children, and here what is the angle it is making? Theta. OP is making an angle theta with x axis. Now children, from this right angle triangle, even we can write, we know that hypotenuse square, that is r square, equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. Okay children. Now if I divide this equation by r square on both sides, we are going to get x by r whole square plus y by r whole square equal to r square by r square is 1. Now if you observe from figure, what is x by r children? Cos theta, that is cos square theta, plus y by r is nothing but sin theta. So that is sin square theta equal to 1. So this is the first identity of trigonometry children. Okay. Now if you divide this equation by cos square theta, divide by cos square on both sides. So we are going to get cos square by cos square is 1, sin square by cos square is tan square, and 1 by cos square is secant square. From this we can deduce, if you take this tan square to other side, secant square minus tan square theta is equal to 1. This is the second identity children. And if you divide this equation again by sin square, divide by sin square theta on both sides, we get cos square by sin square is cot square children, and sin square by sin square is 1, 1 by sin square is cosecant square. If you take this cot squares to other side, we will get as cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. This is the third identity. So these are the 3 identities in trigonometry children. If they give one known trigonometric ratio, we can find another unknown trigonometric ratio by these 3 identities. Okay children. Now let us move to quadrants. So how trigonometric ratios vary in different quadrants. Now let us see that. Now children, we know that coordinate axis divides the divides x axis and y axis in 3 quadrants children. So 4 quadrants, that is first, second, third, fourth quadrants are there. Here children, we should remember some logic, that is all, silver, tea and cups, or you can remember in another way as add sugar to coffee. Anything, anyway you can remember children. You should create your own logics to remember the formulae. Now all means what children? Here in first quadrant, all means all 6 trigonometric ratios are positive. How many trigonometric ratios are there? 6. Just now we have seen. So all 6 are positive in first quadrant. If you take in second quadrant children, this is x axis, this is y axis. In second quadrant, silver means sine and reciprocal of sine is cosec. So these 2 are positive and remaining 4 are negative. Okay children. Now third quadrant, if you take t means tan theta and reciprocal of tan is cot theta. These 2 are positive and remaining 4 are negative. And suppose if you take in fourth quadrant, cups means cos theta, reciprocal of cos is secant theta. These 2 are positive and remaining 4 are negative. Now how the theta varies? In first quadrant, it varies between 0 degrees to 90 degrees. In second quadrant, 90 degrees to 180 degrees. And in third quadrant, 180 degrees to 270 degrees. And last one, 270 to 360 degrees. Children, we know that if we complete one rotation, so the angle is 360 degrees. Here if we start here, it is 0, here 0 it will be there, here 90, here 180, here 270 and here finally 360. Okay children. Now one more thing you have to remember very carefully children, when the angle is in the form of 90 minus theta or 360 plus theta, it falls in first quadrant. This is very very important. And suppose 90 plus theta and 180 minus theta falls in second quadrant, and third one 180 plus theta, 270 minus theta falls in third quadrant, 270 plus theta and 360 minus theta falls in fourth quadrant. If you remember this children, then definitely you will be knowing the trigonometric ratio falls in which quadrant and what sign it will assign. Okay children. And we have already seen that if 360 plus theta is there, then it falls again in first quadrant children. 360 plus theta falls in first quadrant. Now we will see some, first of all we will see the values of trigonometric ratios. So children, we have to remember these minimum values, that is for 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees. We have to remember the values. Just if you remember for sine children, then cos is nothing but, if you write in the reverse order, we will get the values for cos. So let us see what are the values for sine. Sine 0 is 0, sine 30 is 1 by 2, sine 45 is 1 by root 2, sine 60 is root 3 by 2 and sine 90 is 1. For cos, if you observe, just I have written in the reverse order, that is cos 0 is 1, cos 30 root 3 by 2, cos 45 1 by root 2, cos 60 1 by 2 and cos 90 is 0. If you remember these values, we can generate any value, okay children, because tan is nothing but sine by cos. If you observe tan 0 is 0, because sine 0 by cos 0 is 0 by 1. Suppose tan 0, that is sine 0 by cos 0. Sine 0 we know already 0, cos 0 is 1. So 0 by 1 is 0. But if you take tan 90, sine 90 by cos 90, sine 90 is 1, cos 90 is 0. 1 by 0 is not defined children. So we will take this as infinity and we will mention not defined. So we don't know that value, we don't know exact value for that. Okay. So in this way you have to remember the values children. Next, now we will see some example, then you will be understanding betterly how the trigonometric ratios into another trigonometric ratio based on n pi by 2 plus or minus theta, where n belongs to z. Z means here integers. Okay children. Now I will take one example, sine 225. Sine 225 can be written as sine 180 plus 45. Here children, always write the angle in the multiples of 90 degrees. Okay, you should be able to write multiples of 90 degrees. Here 180 we can write as 2 into 90. Now tell me whether 2 is even number or odd number. We know that 2 is even number. So whenever even multiples of 90 comes, then trigonometric ratio does not change children. It will remain the same trigonometric ratio. So write sine as sine. Now write the remaining angle 45. So sine 45. Now 180 plus theta comes to which quadrant children? Just now we have seen here 180 plus theta comes to third quadrant. In third quadrant sine is negative. We know that. So put minus sign before. And sine 45 value just now we have seen in the table, it is 1 by root 2. So minus 1 by root 2. Minus y we got. Did you get that? No? 180 plus theta falls in third quadrant. And sine 45 value is 1 by root 2. Just now we have seen children. Okay. And another way also we can derive sine 225 we can write as sine 270 minus 45 also nothing but 225. 270 minus 45 is 225. Here also children, 270 we can write multiples of 90 as 3 into 90. Now sine 3 is what ma? Odd number or even number? It is odd number. So whenever odd multiples of 90 we will get the trigonometric ratio changes as, now see how they will change. Sine changes to cos and cos changes to sine. Implies and implied by means sine will change to cos and cos will change to sine. Next, tan changes to cot and cot changes to tan. Secant changes to cosec and cosec changes to secant. So this you should remember children for odd multiples of 90. Now since we got odd multiple of 90, sine will change to cos. So cos, right remaining angle children, that is 45. Now we have to check 270 minus theta falls in which quadrant? It falls in third quadrant, just now we have seen. In third quadrant sine is negative children, and one more important thing is you have to see the trigonometric ratio for this one, not for this one children. After changed one you should not check, you should check before trigonometric ratio. So sine is negative in third quadrant, that is why I am putting minus sign before. Now cos 45 already you know 1 by root 2. So this minus is there, I am putting minus. So you can solve either in this way or in this way. So in two ways we can solve the any value, any given value we can solve. One more value I will solve for you, cos 390. Cos 390 can be written as 360 plus theta, that is 360 plus 30 is nothing but 390. Now 360 we can write as 4 into 90, 4 9s are 36 we know. Now 4 is even multiple. Now cos will change or it will remain the same? It will remain the same because it is even number. For even multiples we should not change, only for odd multiples we should change. Okay children. Now cos will remain cos only, remaining angle is how much? 30 degrees. Now 360 plus theta falls in which quadrant children? We have seen just now that 360 plus theta falls in first quadrant. So in first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive, we have discussed. So that is why cos 30, no minus sign, only plus sign. So we don't mention plus. Cos 30 value we have already seen, it is root 3 by 2. So in this way you have to find the values. Okay children. Now let us move to next topic. Here one more problem I want to show for you. Now if sin theta equal to 4 by 5 and theta is not in first quadrant. So I am writing in shortcut, theta is not in first quadrant means quadrant is denoted by q1, q2, q3, q4. So theta is not in first quadrant, then find cos theta and tan theta. So we have to find both the values. Given what children? Given sin theta equal to solution, given sin theta equal to 4 by 5. So here also two methods are there children to derive. So we will see one by one. From first identity we have sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. We have, now we want cos theta. From this cos square theta equal to what we can write children? 1 minus sin square theta, and cos theta is nothing but plus or minus root of 1 minus sin square theta. So this is one method children you can do. And another method is, we know from right angle triangle by Pythagoras theorem, if this is the angle theta, opposite side is this and hypotenuse is this, and what is this side? How we will find children? By Pythagorean triplets. You have already know what are Pythagorean triplets. So if 4 5 means this will be automatically 3. Now by this triangle directly we can write cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is 3 by 5. or if you substitute sine value, here also you will get children. Now, whether it is plus or minus, we have to check. So, whether plus or minus, how we will check children? Sine is positive and it is not in first quadrant. Another quadrant where in which sine will be positive, tell me children. So, it is nothing but second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine will be positive, but in second quadrant, cos is negative. So, we put minus sign. Similarly, tan theta also we can write. Tan theta is nothing but opposite by adjacent, that is 4 by 3, and in second quadrant tan is also negative since it belongs, theta belongs to Q2, here also theta belongs to Q2. Okay children. So, in this way we will find children. Now, if you go for next, let us see trigonometric functions. What are trigonometric functions children? So, if we define y equal to f of x equal to sin x, then we say it is a trigonometric function corresponding to trigonometric ratio sin x. Okay children. So, in this way we will define trigonometric functions even for other trigonometric ratios also. Now, let us observe what are domain and what are range for this 6 trigonometric ratios. Now, if you observe the table children, for sine and cos, domain is capital R. What is capital R children? Real numbers. Okay. What is actually first of all domain and range? So, we have already learnt in your functions, domain is nothing but whatever the selected values from the given set, that set we will call as domain set. Okay children. So, whatever the values we will select from the given set, it is nothing but domain. What is range here? After substituting the selected values, whatever the answer we are going to get, that set is nothing but range set. Okay children. So, here if you observe for sine and cos, domain is capital R and range is -1 to +1 closed interval. That means closed interval means that will take also the values of -1 and +1. I will explain briefly in next graphs children, you will be understanding. Now, tan x. For tan x, domain is we have subtracting 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, because just now if we have seen the table, here table values tan 90 is not defined. So, we have to subtract where tan is not existing children. So, tan will not exist for multiples, odd multiples of 90. So, that is why we will subtract here odd multiples of 90 from the real numbers in domain set. Okay children. Now, range. Range means here we will get real numbers. Now, I will show you one graph how we will draw for sine and cos. Other three, cot x, secant x and cosecant x are nothing but reciprocals of sine, cos and tan children. Now, these are the graphs for sine x, cos x, tan x, cosecant x, secant x and cot x. But I will show you on board children, you will be understanding betterly. This is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, 5 pi by 2, so on we can take. And you know this is x axis, this is y axis. Here I am taking as +1, here I am taking as -1. Okay children. Now, tell me what is sine 0. Sine 0 is 0. Next, sine 90 is 1. So, I am marking points as some cross marks. Sine 180 is 0. Sine 270 is -1 children. Sine 2 pi. Sine 2 pi value is again 0 children. If you join these points children, we are going to get the graph as like this. Okay. So, this is the graph for sin x and it will repeat like this again. It will go on repeating like this. So, if you observe this curve, so one curve where it is completing children from 0 to 2 pi. Again after 2 pi it will repeat values children. So, again the graph will be repeating. So, where it is maximum, so +1 is maximum and -1 is minimum. That is why we have written range for sine is -1 to +1. Now, even I will show for cos also, children. Cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0, cos 180 is -1, cos 270 is 0, cos 2 pi is again 1. So, if you join, so this is graph for sin x. Now, I am drawing for cos x, children. So, like this you are going to get. Okay, children. This is for cos x graph. Here also, this is one curve and here half curve is there, children, and here half. Half of if you add, again you will get full. So, for cos also, it will repeat the values after 2 pi. So, that is why for sin x and cos x, we will take the period as 2 pi. So, here I will write period of sin x and cos x are 2 pi. So, you should remember this, children. Why we are taking 2 pi? Just now I have explained, since the curve after 2 pi again it repeats. So, that is why we will fix that value and we will take the period of sin and cos as 2 pi. And if you observe tan, children, okay, here I will explain some problems. So, period we have taken for sin ax or sin ax plus b. If it is in the form of this, then we are going to take period as 2 pi by mod a. So, this is the formula, children. Even for sin or cos, same thing. For cos also same, children. Period is 2 pi by mod a. So, if I give one problem for you, find period of sin 3x plus 5. So, what you are going to take? 2 pi by mod a. Mod a means here a value is 3, children. So, 2 pi by mod 3, that is nothing but 2 pi by 3. This is the answer. For sin and cos, we can write in the same way, children. Okay. Now, we will discuss about tan. So, if you see the graph, children, how the graph of tan. So, sin and cos, did you get no, students? Yes. Now, we will see about tan. So, for tan, if we draw, so the graph will be like this, children. So, here it is nothing but pi by 2 and here 0 and this is minus pi by 2, children. So, if you take one curve, so this is also pi by 2, here also pi by 2. So, pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is nothing but pi. Okay, children. X axis, y axis, this we know already. Therefore, period of tan x is pi. For tan ax is pi by mod a. So, these are the formulas for tan. If they ask tan 5x, what is the period? Then how you are going to write? Pi by mod 5, which is nothing but pi by 5. Okay, children. In this way, we will find the periods. Now, here one more thing I want to explain. For short answers, you are going to get, children. Find maximum and minimum values of a sin x plus b cos x plus c. So, just now we have seen maximum and minimum values of sin and cos are -1 and +1, children. So, here how we will take means maximum value equal to c plus under root of a square plus b square and minimum value is given by c minus root over a square plus b square. You can say maximum or minimum values or extreme values or range also you can call, children. So, range, extreme values, maximum and minimum, 3 meanings are same, children. If they ask in the problem to find either range or extreme values or maximum and minimum, you are going to do the same thing. Maximum value and minimum values are given by these formulas. Okay. Let us take one example. 3 sin x plus 4 cos x. Here C value is not given, that means C value is 0 children. So, find maximum and minimum values for this. So, here A equal to 3, B equal to 4 and C equal to 0, and we know maximum value formula. So, maximum equal to 0 plus under root of A square plus B square, 3 square plus 4 square, which is nothing but 9 plus 16, 25, root of 25 is 5, and minimum, how you are going to give? 0 minus root over 3 square plus 4 square, which is nothing but 25 minus, which is minus 5. So, in this way you are going to find the maximum and minimum values. Okay children, did you get no? Now, one more important note I want to tell you, that is sin n pi is always 0 children. Sin n pi equal to 0. You remember this, where n is nothing but, n belongs to z. So, that is nothing but sin pi equal to sin 2 pi equal to sin 3 pi equal to, or sin 100 pi. Any pi if there is given, directly you can write as 0 without finding. So, remember this, in a higher studies it will be useful for you children. And cos n pi equal to minus 1 whole power n, here also n belongs to z. So, cos pi, so n value is 1, that is minus 1, cos 2 pi minus 1 whole square, which is plus 1. So, cos 3 pi minus 1, cos 4 pi plus 1. So, for odd multiples of n we are going to get minus 1, and for even multiples of n we are going to get plus 1. So, in this way we can remember sin n pi and cos n pi. In further studies it will be useful children. Now children, just now we have seen the graphs of sin and cos. So, how it is useful in our real life? If you take in physics children, to describe the sound and light waves, the sin and cos graphs are useful children. See how many real life examples are coming children. Not only that children, even if you take in geography, to create maps, this trigonometry concept is used. To make the roof of our house, trigonometry concept is used. Okay children, if you take sports, everybody is very much interested in sports. So, there also in football, basketball, snookers, there if you take children, the eye contact of the player with the basket or net, there also the angle formed, there will be formed some angle, it should be some angle will be there. So, that should be correct children. If the angle is in a correct only, then only the ball, whatever we throw the ball, it will fall in the basket. So, the eye contact between the player and the basket should be in a correct angle. Okay children. So, still we can give many examples in phonetics. If you take in English subject, here again we will use satellite system, architecture, so many examples we can give children. So, trigonometry is very important, and in most important is our calculus, that is differentiation and integrations. So, we get many formulas, not only maths, if you take any subject, technical subjects, our trigonometry plays a very important role children. But how to remember this formulae? So, what you will do? You should create some logic to remember the formulae. You write on one chart children, you paste in your house anywhere or in your classroom after opening the schools or colleges, you paste in your classrooms, so that whenever we roam in the classroom or in a house, by seeing the formulas we will remember children. So, please follow that. And one more thing I want to share children, just the easy way to do maths is nothing but to practice children. If you do the maths, then only we can learn the maths very easily. Practice means what children? Just copying from one notes to other notes is not important children. Because you will be saying, mummy I am practicing so many times, even for teachers also you will give the same answer, but it is not correct children. First you see the question, what is asked in the question, What some hint will be there, children, definitely some hint will be there in the question. So, we should follow that hint, and what he is asking to find, that is important, and you observe the solution, children. What is there, what steps we are using, what concepts, what basics we are using in this procedure, you follow that. Then after following once or twice, you see, then you go for practice, then definitely you will understand, children, because without maths there is nothing in the universal. Okay, children, our whole universe is dependent on maths. So, please practice more and more till you understand. Okay, children, now let us move to next topic, trigonometric ratios of compound angles. What do you mean by compound angles, children? If we take more than one angle, then they are called as compound angles. Suppose you see the formula, children, the algebraic sum of two or more angles are called a compound angles, like a plus b, a minus b, a plus b plus c, etc. Now, these formulas are very, very important. Sine of a plus b, sine of a plus b. So, we can write sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, and sine of a minus b, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Next, cos of a plus b, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, and cos of a minus b, cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So, if you remember like this, you will forget, children, definitely. So, with some logic we have to follow, children. Suppose if we take sine of a plus b, so here sine means, always remember, the combination of sine and cos will be there, children, combination of sine and cos. So, sin a cos b plus means plus, cos a sin b. Next, sine of a minus b, same, sin a cos b, minus is there means minus, cos a sin b. So, in that way, if you remember, then we won't forget in our life, children. Next, cos of a plus b, cos means cos cos, sin sin. So, cos a cos b, if plus is there, minus will come, if minus is there, plus will come. So, in that way you have to remember, children. So, cos of a plus b is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, cos of a minus b is cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So, let us see next formula, tan of a plus b. Here also, children, tan of a plus b, tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a into tan b, and tan of a minus b, if you take, tan a minus tan b by 1 plus tan a into tan b. So, with some logic here also, tan of a plus b means tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Tan of a minus b, numerator minus denominator plus. If you remember one formula, definitely you are going to get the next formula. So, plus means plus, denominator minus, minus means minus, denominator plus. In that way, we will remember all other formula, children. Cot of a plus b is cot b cot a minus 1 by cot b plus cot a. Cot of a minus b is cot a cot b plus 1 by cot b minus cot a. Next, if you see, children, sin of a plus b into sin of a minus b, this I want to say, sin of a plus b into sin of a minus b, which is equal to sin square a minus sin square b, or cos square b minus cos square a. Sometimes you will get confusion, children, in exam, but don't worry, within a minute we can solve, children. We know, if you know the formula for sin a plus b and sin a minus b, then we can derive easily, children. See, sin of a plus b we know, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b into, now only LHS I am taking, sin of a minus b, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. If you observe, children, if you take this one as a and this one as b, and this is a and this is b, It is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. What is the formula for a plus b into a minus b? We know that a square minus b square. So, which is equal to sin square a cos square b minus cos square a sin square b. Now, if you want the formula in terms of sin, then you convert cos terms in terms of sin. If the answer we want in terms of cos, then convert sin in terms of cos. By which formula, children? By our first identity, we are having sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. From that we can write sin in terms of cos or cos in terms of sin. Here I am deriving first formula, that is in terms of sin. So, I am converting cos in terms of sin. So, from our first identity cos square theta we can write as 1 minus sin square theta. Similarly, here also if you multiply, children, sin square a into 1 is sin square a minus sin square a into sin square b minus 1 into sin square b is sin square b minus sin square b minus into minus plus sin square a into sin square b. So, this term will get cancelled. Now, what is remaining, children? Sin square a minus sin square b. Sin square a minus sin square b. So, which is a formula. If we want in terms of cos, you can change sin in terms of cos. So, in this way you have to remember the formula. Anytime if you get confused, just you derive the formula, children. It does not take much time to derive, okay. Sin of a plus b plus c equal to sin of a plus b plus c equal to summation or sigma we will call sin a cos b cos c minus sin a, product of sin a sin b sin c, children, okay. So, here summation means what, children? It will rotate. We know that here whatever trigonometry we are dealing with triangle, and we know in triangle 3 angles are present. Now, if you expand this sin a cos b cos c plus sin will rotate, children. Next cos a sin b cos c plus cos a cos b sin c. So, in this way sin angle will rotate a, b, c, and finally this product sin a sin b sin c. So, in this way we can derive the formula, children. Even we can write for cos of a plus b plus c, that is nothing but, let us see the formula. Cos of a plus b plus c equal to cos a cos b cos c minus summation cos a sin b cos c. Here cos will rotate, children, okay. Summation means it will rotate. Next, tan of a plus b plus c equal to sigma tan a minus pi. Pi means product, children. Summation means plus. So, tan a plus tan b plus tan c minus tan a into tan b into tan c by 1 minus sigma, again here summation. So, 1 minus tan a tan b minus tan b tan c minus tan c tan a. So, these are not so important. Let us see next one, sin 15 degrees value, which is equal to cos 75 root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. So, here also, children, if you remember, it is okay. If you do not remember the value, just within a minute we can solve, children. We know sin 15 as we can write 45 minus 30. We know the formula for sin of a minus b, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b, and we know these values. Sin 45 is 1 by root 2 into cos 30 is root 3 by 2, cos 45 is 1 by root 2, sin 30 is 1 by 2. Denominators are same, children. So, we can write root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. And here why I have written sin 15 equal to cos 75, children. So, we know that sum of two angles is 90 degrees, then we can say these angles are complementary angles. What are these angles? Complementary angles if sum of two angles is equal to 90. So, here sin 15 I can write as sin 90 minus 75. I can write, no children? Yes. So, sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. So, that is why sin 15 will be equal to cos 75 and sin 75 will be equal to cos 15. So, if you observe the values children here, cos 15 equal to sin 75 equal to root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2, tan 15 again nothing but sin 15 by cos 15. So, here I will tell tan 15. So, sin by cos. So, root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2 by root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So, 2 root 2 will get cancelled children, root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. Here we will rationalize children with denominator rationalizing factor is root 3 plus 1, rationalizing factor is root 3 minus 1. So, multiply and divide by root 3 minus 1, which is nothing but root 3 minus 1 whole square by here a square minus b square. So, root 3 square minus 1 square, which is equal to a minus b whole square children. So, root 3 whole square means 3 plus b square is 1 minus 2 into a 2ab. 2ab is 2 into root 3 into 1 by denominator 3 root 3 square is again 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So, 4 minus 2 root 3 by 2. If you take 2 outside, 2 minus root 3 by 2. 2 will get cancelled. So, thus we got the value of tan 15 is 2 minus root 3. In that way we can derive children. Here one problem I want to show for like short answers you can expect children. Show that cos 9 degrees plus sin 9 degrees by cos 9 degrees minus sin 9 degrees equal to cot 36 degrees. So, how to show? So, I am considering LHS children. Now, I am dividing numerator and denominator by cos 9 degrees children. Cos 9 by cos 9 plus sin 9 by cos 9 by cos 9 by cos 9 minus sin 9 by cos 9. So, your cos will get cancelled. So, how we are going to get children? 1 plus sin by cos is tan 9 by 1 minus tan 9. So, whenever you get the terms as 1 plus tan 9 by 1 minus tan 9, convert in terms of tan of a plus b formula children. So, how I am converting? See, 1 plus 1 means nothing but tan 45 we can write children plus tan 9 by 1 minus here 1 into tan 9 we can write. So, tan 45 into tan 9. So, it is converted in the form of tan of a plus b. Tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a into tan b. So, here tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a into tan b. That is nothing but tan of a plus b. A plus b here values are 45 plus 9, which is equal to tan 54. But here answer is in terms of cot. How to change? This we can change as tan 90 minus 36. 54 we can write as 90 minus 36. But we know that tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. So, cot 36, which is nothing but our RHS. In this way we can solve children, and we know here tan of a plus b formula. Everyone just now we have seen tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a into tan b. Okay children. So, we are using that formula, and always children, whatever the formula we use in any problem, please mention beside what formulas we are using, what concepts we are using. Please write beside children, so that the evaluator will know that the child knows all the formulae. Okay students. Now, let us move next one. trigonometric ratios of multiples and submultiple angles. What are multiple and submultiples? If an angle is multiplied by some constant, then we say they are multiples, and if we divide by some constant, they are called submultiples. So, let us see that. If A is an angle, then 2a, 3a, 4a are called multiple angles, and a by 2, a by 3 are called submultiple angles of A. Now, very important formula, children. This also sin 2a equal to 2 sin a cos a. Very important, children, this formula, because for sin we will use only this formula. Okay, sin 2a equal to 2 sin a cos a. If we want in terms of tan, then we can write as 2 tan a by 1 plus tan square a. So, these are the only two formulas for sin. If you take cos 2a, cos square a minus sin square a, and if you write in terms of tan, 1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square a. Okay, children? But another two formulas are also there for cos. If we convert this cos in terms of sin, 1 minus sin square a minus sin square a. So, 1 minus sin square minus sin square, that is nothing but 1 minus 2 sin square a. This is also one formula, children. This is also one formula. And if you change sin, okay, this is cos square a, from here I am writing, minus sin square I am converting in terms of cos square. So, cos square a minus 1, minus into minus plus. So, cos square plus cos square, how much, children? 2 cos square a minus 1. So, this is also one formula. This will be useful in your long answers transformations, children. Whenever we want in terms of cos, use this formula. Whenever we want in terms of sin, use this formula. So, very important, these two formulas, children. And from this we know tan 2a. Tan 2a is nothing but sin by cos. So, we will get as 2 tan a by 1 minus tan square a. Okay. Now, submultiples. See, from this only we can remember submultiple formulas, children. How means, if sin 2a is there, the angle is becoming half. So, if I take sin a, so again it should become half, no, children. So, 2 sin a by 2 cos a by 2. So, these are called half angle formulas. So, for all these multiple formulas, we will write half angle formulas, children. So, how you will remember means, you remember the main formulas, then definitely we can derive from main formula, we can derive the submultiple formula. So, cos 2a, so here cos a, so here 2a means the angle is becoming half. So, here also half means cos square a by 2 minus sin square a by 2. Another, these two formulas we can write as 1 minus 2 sin square a by 2, and one more thing, 2 cos square a by 2 minus 1. So, in this way we can derive half angle formula. Okay, children? And one more thing I want to say. So, from this here, from this only, children, we can derive another two formulae. So, that we will see. So, cos 2a equal to, we are having 1 minus 2 sin square a. Now, we want formula for sin square. So, sin square a equal to, if you bring sin square here and you send this one other side, you will get as 1 minus cos 2a by 2. And one more formula what we are having, children, cos 2a equal to 2 cos square a minus 1. So, from that also we can derive cos square a equal to 1 plus cos 2a by 2. So, these two formulas also important, children, sin square a and cos square a. Okay, children. Now, next if we move, tan 2a we have seen, cot 2a is cot square a minus 1 by 2 cot a, sin 3a equal to 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a, and cos 3a is 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Here also you can derive, children, sin 3a you can derive as sine 2a plus a. So, sine 3a formula you can derive as sine 2a plus a. So, after expanding sine of a plus b formula, we are going to get sine 3a formula as 3 sine a minus 4 sine cube a. So, important sine 3a and cos 3a. Cos 3a is 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Okay children, these two are also important. Now, based on this, I will show one problem children. Sin a sin 60 plus a into sin 60 minus a equal to 1 by 4 sin 3a, and deduce something is asking. So, what we will do children, consider LHS sin a, sin 60 plus a into sin 60 minus sin a plus b into sin a minus b. We have seen the formula for sin a plus b into sin a minus b, that is sin square a sin square 60 minus sin square b. Sin square b here is a. So, now sin a into sin square 60 is how much children? Sin 60 value is root 3 by 2. So, whole square minus sin square a. Now, sin a into 3 by 4 minus sin square a, which is nothing but sin a into, now take LCM, 3 minus 4 sin square a. Now, if you multiply inside 1 by 4, 3 sin a minus 4 sin cube a. So, we know this is the formula for sin 3a. So, we can write 1 by 4 sin 3a. Okay children, in this way we can derive other problems also children. Hence, deduce also we can do by substituting a equal to 20. Sin 20, sin 80, sin 40, and if you multiply sin 60 on both sides, you are going to get the deduced answer children. Now, let us move to transformations, which is very important for you. So, transformations, here we are having two types of formulae children, transformation of sum into product and product into sum. So, sum into product, sin c plus sin d children, sin c plus sin d. So, 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2, sin c minus sin d, which is nothing but 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2, cos c plus cos d, 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2, and cos c minus cos d, which is nothing but minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. Here also you should follow some clue children, sin c plus sin d. So, sin always combination of sin and cos, I said already before. So, 2 sin c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. If it is minus children, first you write cos term, okay, 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. Cos, both are cos and in between plus is there. Then you will get both cos terms, 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. And cos c minus cos d means 2 sin terms will get, and before minus sign you will get children. Every formula you should remember with some logic, then only you will be remembering children. Okay. Next, if you observe transformation of product into sum, 2 sin a cos b, and next one 2 cos a sin b, 2 cos a cos b, and last 2 sin a sin b. How we will write this formula? First, sin is coming first. So, sin sum plus sin difference. Next, cos is coming first. So, sin sum minus sin difference. Okay children, sin sum minus sin difference. 2 cos terms, cos sum plus cos difference. And last one, cos difference minus cos sum. Here why it will change means this minus sign is there, no children, that he is sending to other side. If minus goes to other side, this term minus this term we will get. So, in this here also some logic you should remember, So sine first, cos second means sine sum plus sine difference. 2 cos A sin B means sine sum minus sine difference. 2 cos A cos B means cos sum plus cos difference, and 2 sin A sin B means cos difference minus cos sum. Here children, transformation is very very important. Suppose one example just I want to show that sin A plus sin B plus sin C equal to 4 cos A by 2, cos B by 2 and cos C by 2. So here we will consider LHS and prove RHS children. First what we will do means we will write the formula first two terms, sin C plus sin D. Sin C plus sin D we know the formula, we will substitute here, and here sin C we will use half angle formulas, because here half angles are there, no children. This side, always remember, if you observe question carefully, if A, B, C are there, then half angles will come. Suppose cos 2A plus cos 2B plus cos 2C is there, show that, then answer will be minus 1 minus 4 cos A, cos B, cos C. What do you observe children? Here 2A, 2B, 2C is there, means here A, B, C, half we are getting. If A is there, A by 2, if 2A is there, A. So that you should observe carefully children, and we will write the formula for first two terms, cos C plus cos D. Next, we will write cos 2 theta formula. We have seen cos 2 theta formula. So cos 2 theta formula we have seen 1 minus 2 sin square theta, one formula we have seen, 2 cos square theta minus 1 we have seen. So here if you observe answer, minus 1 is there children. So which formula we have to use? Second formula we have to use. So in that way you should be able to write which formula will come in a question. So if you thorough with your formulas, then definitely we will be knowing children which formula we have to apply. Okay children. So like this we can deduce easily children problems. So children, all the best all of you children. Now I would like to thank all higher officials for giving me this great opportunity to interact with all of you students. Thank you so much.